I fixed.
So, a little bit of a load screen. Not a big deal, guys. I'll get this sized up here in a moment. So it's not so in your face. It's like pin the tail on the donkey. Like, let's see how close this is. Alright. Come on.
What the f-
Oh, wow! I almost nailed that. That was amazing. Alright. What are you flipping out, by the way? You okay? How's it going?
It's good.
What?
Nothing.
Okay, you good to cast? I just heard a lot of,
Yeah.
like, confuffles. Alright. Well, it's a best of one. What the hell's up with this seating, am I right? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Monday Premium Go for StarCraft Cup, and the first round of the day. It's probably the sickest match we're gonna get. Top left corner of the map, spawning blue, playing for my insanity. It is Sacsri.
Never rides as the red Zerg. It's Liquid Snute.
So Snute actually just came off of a Norwegian LAN where he lost to Targa, which, I gotta be honest, isn't that surprising. We saw these two go at it before in a best of 7. It was a really back and forth series. But what shocked me further was Snute actually lost to another player named Snitchables. Little lesser known, but we've cast him a few times in the past. So I kind of, I was like, whoa, dude, like, what's up with these EVZ? And he says, I don't mind. Like, I know I did things right, but sometimes you get cheesed out. So I wasn't too upset about it, but we find ourselves in yet another ZVZ, and we'll see if Snute, who is objectively speaking here, had a really good track record in ZVZ for every time we've ever cast him, can hold up, or if Sacsri will show us the, as weird as it is considered, the upset in my mind.
Well, have you read Snoot's blog?
No, oh, did he release one like after Jadon, or not Jadon, he knocked out Innovation? There we go. English?
I don't know what you're talking about. He released one like a couple of days ago.
Okay, that's what I'm asking, like a post-BlizzCon knockout type thing.
Oh, I mean after Innovation 1. Oh, okay.
There you go, because Brain in Morning.
Yeah, you were like making it seem like he knocked out Innovation. I was like, what?
Sorry.
Anyways,
Words!
yeah. I guess it was, right? And he was like, Anyways, the point was that the blog pretty much stated that he's gonna like chill. He's gonna participate in some of these online cups and he's gonna play StarCraft, but he's gonna play it as if he would if he wasn't a pro gamer, kind of, for fun.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Because if you remember, so first of all, I gotta go read that blog. But secondly, if you remember, like when Snoot was in that slump last time, he kind of went emo, took a small break from the game, and came back better than ever.
Yeah. And I mean, he's talked about like, his plans for next year as well. He's gonna get a house, and that's like his end goal and stuff like that. But pretty much, yeah. So he's not really worried. Like he's gonna participate in, for instance, Mattles, Foreign Hope, but he's actually not gonna practice for it as he would like any other tournament. He's just kind of chilling. So I was like, on one hand, I was kind of surprised to see him here, but on the other hand, if he's just doing it for fun, then that's cool too.
Yeah, I mean it's an interesting element where you've got I don't know, that just stop trying so hard factor, I guess. I don't know how to describe it without it sounding a little bit insulting, but it's like if you just can take a breather, maybe stand back, I guess, and objectively look at yourself from afar, reassess how you're handling the game, whatever. I gotta go read that blog. But he does get a pretty decent scout off here with the Lings. Couldn't quite get up to confirm or deny that second gas, but I mean, realistically, there's not gonna be that second gas this early, so not the end of the world. Just seeing the one for now. And he saw the drones being pulled off of it too, I believe. There was only one as he got in there, so is going to be perhaps a little bit in the back of his mind worried about a Zergling all in?
Maybe a little bit. I mean, he does throw down his own Baneling nest.
Oh, you know what? Actually, keeping those Zerglings alive, bringing them back home is kind of a big deal. Like, he's not going to deny the scout here of Sacsri, but makes him able to chase his opponent's Lings off no problem. In fact, losing nothing of his own.
Yeah. I mean, Sacsri goes in here and he sees a gas was taken, I suppose. I mean, seeing the Baneling nest kind of tells you that already. Oh, you didn't actually see the gas. Well, anyways, seeing the Baneling nest kind of tells you that they got a gas, probably not at 5 minutes, not the double gas, but, so that's all the scouting you really needed. It's really just like, what's going to come out of these eggs? And is that Baneling nest going to be offensive or defensive? Of course, we know that Snute is actually getting a lot of Lings, and he is going to go on the offense, apparently. I mean, Sacsri is pushing out here, but without his own Banelings, of course, he won't be winning any fights.
No, but I think one of the things here, too, if you recall, again, I kind of referenced this earlier when we were talking about Snute versus Targa. Snute is like some of the sickest queen micro when it comes to this game, but we'll see if that comes into effect or not. 2 queens on the low ground and this many banelings. Sacsri is definitely not going to take a favorable engagement. I think he kind of knows this in the back of his mind, but oh, these 2 banelings, I don't know where these snuck out from.
That's cool. Well, Snute is
gonna. Oh no!
Wow!
Sacsri! Every single Zergling was not expecting that baneling.
Dang. I mean, luckily he has this wall up. He got a spine crawler as well.
That was 18 kills.
It was every single link. I've never seen that.
That was
like usually like 1 or 2
kills.
Get away, but that was pretty insane.
Sacsri moves up to a layer after this. Now this could be for Mutalisk. I wouldn't rate them out, but with the Roach Warren already coming down, most likely just going to lead directly into it. Snute is an interesting person here, because after taking a baneling hit like that, you would almost assume, oh man, pump those lings and win the game. But rather than throwing his head against the wall and risking losing all these lings for nothing, he actually chooses to extend his lead by going for that faster third. And if he can hold on to this, this is going to greatly propel him forward in this game.
Yeah, well, I definitely think he should have not tried to break that with transfuses, with the wall. Yeah, it wasn't going to happen, but... You know, behind all of that aggression, they were both really droning up, which is why they're up to, 42 and 47, soon just slightly in the lead. I never really said anything going, like, badly for him right now. I mean, obviously getting that hit was really great, but otherwise, like, he's actually ahead in drones, too. Like, that's...
Yeah. He might be able to put a little bit of pressure here, too. I mean, the Queens and the Roaches are coming out, but still, even you just chip away at the hatchery for now, get it, like, a quarter of the health down, that's the Roaches finishing it later, right? But 3 Roaches is going to be a little bit too scary for Snutes.
No, he just didn't have enough lings, yeah. If he had like 20, maybe he tries.
You know, that's the thing too. He's done it in the past. I know we definitely talked to him about it on an interview one time, but he's one of those guys who will mix in a couple lings to the Roaches, and I really like that move. Even if it's just 6 or 10, soaking those hits, the extra volleys, Roaches are like ground Vikings. Like, they're the worst for overkill. I mean, just by and large. So if you can get them to waste like 10 volleys on like 1 leg, you're gonna definitely get ahead in that fight. But let's see if that comes into fruition or not. Both boys just going heavy on the Roaches right now. Considering they're both at the same drone count, Sacsri's third is only a little bit further behind. Not exactly devastating, but still, as you point out, Snute is just that little bit ahead.
Yeah, now it's really showing in the army supply. He's up by almost 20. There we go. He's up by 20 now. They're both going to have even upgrades, and, they're both going to have speed, too, so Snute could definitely try and abuse this. I mean, he's up by 30 supply, just, looking at the top here, and actually, I shouldn't say that anymore. So many of the new overlays are no longer using, I don't know, having...
Game Hard at the bottom for life. What are you using right now at the top?
I just have the control N on, too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's at the bottom or the top, whatever.
Okay, so he is going to take this fight. Transfuse is going down pretty nicely here on the spine collar, but the Banelings help execute that quite nicely. Udo County Station on 27 Roaches over 16, and Snoot's got a pretty decent spread. Sacsri's got the Queens on the front lines, but without those transfuses, they're not that helpful. It looks like Snoot's just overwhelming Sacsri right now.
Yeah. Sacsri's going to lose his third if Snute wants to go over there. Looks like he's trying to go for the killing move.
I think if he had high ground vision, this would be a lot better. Snipe off that roach board or something, but still, Sacsri can't actually come through this, and neither can Snute, because that little choke between the Evo chambers just becomes that that surround that your opponent's been looking for. But as Snute moves here to the third, vicious and just volatile, Roach is starting to die. Not looking to dedicate too much to this. I don't know. I kind of wish he would have put a little bit more into that third, but I guess a little afraid of defender's advantage.
I'm really surprised that he could just kill him there. Or at least kill the third.
Yeah, I mean, like, even if he lost half his roaches for it, like, bam, that's the third down, right? But
yeah, I don't know. But he's still up by 30 supplies, so it's not like, just because he didn't win there, he's not going to win.
Sacsri's trying to segment some units off here to the side. Some links coming northward. Snoot's actually, I don't know if he's intentionally splitting or if this is amazing pathfinding, but all the roaches heading to the same direction. He's going to get caught a little bit off guard. If this was pathfinding, that does suck because he loses a couple roaches for this. As worth noting, his level 2 weapon upgrades will finish shortly after Sacsri's level 1 armor, so Sacsri will have a small upgrade advantage for a small time, but not too long.
Yeah.
Oh, you had a banding in that mineral? Are you kidding, Snute? You're so good.
opinion.
I think he was.
so-
I mean, he was very much anticipating a Zergling run by at some point, but hiding Banelings in the mineral lines, I wasn't expecting that. Sacsri's Zerglings are like magnets to these Banelings.
I thought that might have been a fourth from Sacsri, but actually just a macro hatchery. Snute goes up to a Hydrolus den as well. And he's in a really good position to go ahead and do that. Getting Overload speed's a little odd, but he might be expecting Sacsri to go for burrowed roaches and doesn't want to, you know, deal with slow overloads if that is the case.
That's a good point. I kind of feel like a lot of the time, though, Hydralisks, despite their DPS increase in that, was it 2 or 3 patches ago, it's still it's hard to find that mix of the perfect amount to add into this. They've got no health, so the roaches, if you don't have enough, and Sacsri can beat out Snoot's roaches, usually the small amount of roaches remaining will beat out the Hydralisks. But, man, Snoot playing, the definition of that safe game.
Yeah. It should work out for him, although, I mean, sometimes just pure roach in a good position, you know, catching the hydras off guard and all that, they can win. But I'm not sure Snoot's going to let that happen. I mean, already he's getting a little distracted. He's splits off his own army, though, and won't be caught totally out of position. But, I mean, that's a lot of roaches. That's entirety, well, almost entirety of Sacsri's army.
But those hydras are a lot of extra DPS in, although he is signaling just the roaches off to the side. Sacsri is going to get pushed back. But it's this attack to the north that's a little bit concerning because Snute doesn't see this coming. Snoot's not in position. He does have some spot. Man, he just like always has the perfect defensive like mineral. Like, oh, failing the first time, surprise spine callers the second. He's gonna lose some drones, but he's overwhelming the army. So we'll see if this ends up being worth it for Sacsri or not. Snute does have a small upgrade advantage right now, and looks like he's gonna cut off the army at the pass.
Yeah, well, he tries to. A little bit of a misclick there. His fourth is also already done. Sacri's about to finish his, but of course it's going to be attacked soon. Yeah, it should just be canceled.
Ooh, no
and
cancel.
killed.
So these roaches are gonna. Okay, as you see, the hydras need to be protected by the roaches. No matter where you are on the map, you can't have those exposed. So it's a little bit scary for a moment, but Broodling's not adding a whole lot to the fight. Sacsri trying to consolidate himself, but Snoot's just force of everything here on this side of the map will get caught a bit from behind with the hydras, but he pulls them back. However, that takes him out of the fight. We'll see if that little bit of a disengage is going to be too much. 46 roaches over 40. Defender's advantage in the favor of Sacsri. It's the 7 Hydralisks that are Snoot's greatest advantage because the upgrades have evened up at this point.
Looks like he's going to win that fight on all sides. Overwhelmed.